Coin wanted to save Peeta because she knew that she couldn't control Katniss. And that's not to say that Peeta was easily controllable. There is a middle area between easy to control and Katniss Everdeen. Katniss is a character who finds it often quite hard to trust people initially, and if she doesn't trust a person, she will not take their opinions or advice at all. Katniss early on in the series especially views everyone as a potential enemy to her. But even once she learns to trust a person, she will still follow her own gut feeling and her own advice more than anything else. In Mockingjay in District 13, Haymitch asks the council what were moments where Katniss Everdeen genuinely moved them. And everyone lists moments where Katniss was not told what to do, where she essentially went out on her own and did what she believed was best. Because Katniss was most effective in the rebellion movement when she was off on her own. And Coin knew this. Because Coin was watching the games as much as anyone else and knew that Katniss's most defining moments and her most rebellious acts were not pre-planned. They came out of Katniss's own inner anger and defiance, whereas everything Peeta did was incredibly thoughtful. Because Peeta was very good at reading people and very good at social situations and manipulating a crowd. And where Katniss was taking every moment as it came at her, Peeta was thinking 7 steps ahead. And more importantly, Peeta was the type of person to take a moment and listen to someone's advice. And I think Coin saw a part of herself in Peeta. Though he never wanted to pursue it, he had a natural knack for politics and performance. And I truly believe that Coin thought if she could just sit Peeta down and explain everything to him, and explain her side and her point of view and her level of fighting, then he would be convinced. But Katniss was a wild card and defiant and stubborn to a fault. And if Katniss is the type of person to fight against her own allies and her own mentors while she's in the arena and while she's being broadcast, what on earth is she like behind the scenes with them? Katniss was never going to be someone that Coin could control, and never going to be someone that Coin could guarantee she could talk onto her side. And thus, from the beginning, Katniss was always more of a threat to Coin than she was an ally. And so I think a part of Coin hoped that she wouldn't have to contend with Katniss at all, and that she could run the rebellion just on Peeta. Another valid reason for Coin wanting Peeta is that Peeta is fundamentally better at a performance. And Coin likely knew that a lot of the rebellion was going to be fueled by propaganda broadcast into the districts. And who would you want more to be the face of your rebellion? A guy who has shown that he is incredibly good at manipulating an audience and getting people to like him and support him? Or Katniss Everdeen, who can't act to save her life and would prefer to ram through walls than actually talk to people? Another reason might be what Boggs alluded to in Mockingjay. Katniss Everdeen was being presented as a potential leader. And though she acted more as a Mockingjay symbol rather than an active leader, she could have filled that role. Whereas Peeta had always been the dutiful accomplice standing by her side. So there's a chance that maybe Coin didn't want to even have Katniss as a threat to her own power. There are many reasons as to why Coin wanted Peeta, but I think the main one comes down to the fact that Katniss Everdeen was wildly unpredictable, and there was never going to be a guarantee that she was actually going to be on Coin's side.